Let's start a fight and I will talk about the major change, I would say, in this fight. And that is straight up the lead, basically. What is a Pidgeot? So this Pidgeot, basically, I can open the calc and show you, basically. Give me 1 second. So, the biggest change here, like the folks in the Discord and most of the people can see that stream anyways, like 3-4 weeks after after the release, because I will just, keep it for us for now. So we don't see too many copy paste as well. Yeah. So yeah, look at this Pidgeot, look at the speed. Let me show you how it was looking actually in Petrel. Here it is. How it was actually looking in 1.1.6. This is a huge speed difference. This is crazy, okay? This is not only a bit, this is crazy. Just because from minus speed to plus speed actually. I was thinking about, okay, maybe I have some good options with Flail Plays, let's use my fucking Linone. And then I realized, oops, what happened actually to this Pidgeot? Crazy enough, but yeah, I like that, of course. You will be a bit limited, I would say, against this Pidgeot. Like, outspeeding this is not easy anymore. For example, Raichu is always a nice Pokemon against Pidgeot to lock this into something. We can see that Raichu needs a plus speed nature now. So yeah. Obviously we found a solution for this fight now. So first of all we are leading with Gyarados because the Intimidate is really nice here. This will not matter too much, but that means that my Kazame here right now will not get too much damage, okay? This is always a Thunder Punch. We could also go to something else here. But it doesn't really matter because Thunder Punch and Wing Attack is basically doing the same damage. We could also go to Jake on the Thunder Punch and then bait the Heat Wave. What is doing less damage probably. Yeah, we could do that. It's not a problem. So let's go on Jake. The really important part here is, and that's the whole reason of this line, we cannot bait U-turn here. What is really important as well. So we will go to Jake here. On the guaranteed Thunder Punch. Yeah. Now this is guaranteed Heat Wave. We will go to Kazame. So now the technical part about this fight. We don't want to kill this with Kazame, okay? And a lot of stuff was actually a problem to use here. Flamethrower can trigger Switch AI. We don't want to have that from Wailord. There are 2 months in the bag with a super effective move and we are obviously slower. Flamethrower can trigger Switch AI from Wailord and we are fucked if this happens. Ancient Power have rolls to crit kill this, what is also fucking bad. Here's the solution. 49 Rock Slide is doing that damage what we need, never crit kills, and never can trigger Switch AI. We are pre-slapped, so we can't get paralyzed here, what is really important. And we are Shell Armor, so we can't get crit as well here. Okay? So, we need a small amount of chip damage on this. Yeah. Rock Slide cannot trigger Switch AI. Basically, in the back, we have Tropius and Wailord with a super effective move against my Kazame. So, this now is Wing Attack or Thunder Punch. Both have the same highest roll basically. Makes sense, 80 base power. So we will go to Jake. And we want to, this is a bit technical, that's why, you know. We want to bait the Thunder Punch again, right? But because this is random move, we cannot risk that, of course. So we will go to Jake again. To bait Heat Wave again on my... This is also really important. Pidgeot can't U-turn out here. Okay? We'll go to Goldberg on the Heat Wave. Crit is completely fine. This is guaranteed Heat Wave. crit is actually completely fine. We are still pre-slept here, we will not wake up. And now we are seeing the guaranteed Thunder Punch again. And now we can go to Alex. And Charcoal boosted on this level, Charcoal boosted Flamethrower will kill this. What is also really important, that we can not die to this wing attack. We are not Battle Armor or Shell Armor. But on level 50, and that's why we need to be level 50, we cannot die to this. So this Flamethrower will always kill now. With a Charcoal. And we will always get the wing attack here. If we get a crit, it's also fine, by the way. We have Flamethrower here. Yeah. And we want to kill this with Flamethrower. This is really important. There you fucking go. Pidgeot dies. And why this is so nice is because we have the typing overflow now here. So we will bait in the cat. Exactly. And this cat we want to see. We use basically 4 mons to beat this Pidgeot, but all of them will have a use anyways, okay? Like at least most of them. So this Perugly is really nice for Gengar to abuse. We will abuse that a bit, for now at least. And we will go to Murdoch. Murdoch is slower. Murdoch, this will not U-turn here, this is also really important. So there's a fake out, and this can only U-turn on my Murdoch. So this will now U-turn to Absol. And we will hit this Absol with the incoming Absol with a Drain Punch, you know. So basically we are killing Absol for free. Ooh. Oh, my voice is actually completely destroyed. Or whatever. Okay, so Drain Punch kills this Absol now here. We will bait Wailord now here. And now, how we beat the Wailord, okay? This has exactly 10 dives. This will always dive on my Murdoch. Always. And the cool part about that now is that I have the Lagging Tail on my Lumi. I used that strat already, but I'm not showing the strat too much because, you know, yeah, copy pasta, you know, we have that problem. So this is guaranteed dive. We have 10 dives exactly. And the cool part about this line now is that we will kill this in 10 turns exactly with Lumi, okay? I used that strat already one time. We will use that now. We have Lagging Tail Lumi, what will switch into dive, always dive, slow U-turn out, back to Murdoch, because Murdoch can't trigger Switch AI, okay? So that is the plan, because we want to kill this Wailord basically with slow U-turns. And this cannot trigger Switch AI because we will just go back to my Murdoch, and this can't boom because we will be in our Ghostmon. So that was the first dive. And yeah, this we saw that in the calc. It is exactly enough that 10 U-turns kills this. So this is completely fine. And we will go back to Murdoch because Murdoch cannot trigger Switch AI. Nothing in the back have a super effective move. Okay? So this U-turn cannot trigger Switch AI. What is really important. We can count the dives if we want to, but we don't need that. We saw that in the calc that 10 exactly U-turns will be enough, and dive are exactly 10 PP as well. Hope I'm not missing anything, but it should be correct. And we always kill this before it runs out of dive, of course. So back to Murdoch. If we crit this at some point, it's fine as well. If we crit this at some point, it's fine as well. Because we will just simply kill this with the switch move anyways. Okay? That was the number 3 dive. Just counting that with my brain, but we don't need that. Because we know that 10 U-turns will kill. So it works perfectly, basically. Before it will run out of dive here. Okay? And yeah, I don't want to show this. I already showed that, I think, in the last run. That was also probably a thing. But yeah, I think the strats are still pretty technical. You can fuck that up. So it's, I think, fine if folks use that. But yeah, I don't want to show too many copy pastas for sure on the start already. Because this patch is way harder. Like I can at least say about the hideout, the level diff is insane. What I like, of course. Okay, back to Nemo. U-turn. We can also see that we have used 6 U-turns, and yeah, we can see that this is slowly dying. And we also know what Alex is baiting, basically. You know? That's the cool part now. What Alex is basically baiting. And yeah, again, U-turn. And this Wailord is struck. And yeah, I thought about that because it was abusable, but I thought about that to maybe change that, but to be honest, this Wailord is hard enough already. Giving this a different move instead of dive is, I think, making this Pokemon way too hard for this level. Obviously, the second Petrel fight have Water Spot, but giving this Water Spot already is, I think, too much. For example. So I think it's fine. You still need to do some cool stuff, some technical stuff. And yeah, one more U-turn, we can see that. And this will die. And really important for us now is that we will kill this with U-turn. Slow U-turn kill, basically. And go back to my camel. Because we know, basically, that my Alex is baiting Perugly. So we can abuse that cat for one more second again, at least. Wow. And we will go to Murdoch again, because this can't touch Murdoch. And even if this crits me now, this should always be, if I'm not wrong, this should always be Magmortar now. So what we can do here, because of Focus Blast, I think is just the highest. No, wait. I'm stupid. I think it's just Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and they just have higher base power than Tropius, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it should be that case. Yeah, exactly. So, we can hit the incoming... the incoming... Magmortar now. And the cool part is we will only bait Flamethrower. So I need to basically go level cap for this fucking asshole. Because the nature from this Pokemon is also changed. What is okay. So we can see the card now here. I was ready to go 49. And then I thankfully realized that. For Tropius 49 is enough. We can see that. This is a really good offensive Gyarados. I want to be careful that I don't lose that. Because we will just chain Tropius after that. We can see that already. We are faster. We will just kill it with Fly. But yeah, for this Pokemon we basically need level cap. Because this is not minus speed anymore. So this is the next major change in my opinion. So yeah, we are fine against the Flamethrower crit here. And we are also pre-slapped. So we can't get burned here. That's also really important, of course. We was also fine against Heatwave crit into Flamethrower crit, by the way. And Aqua Tail will always kill this, obviously. On level 50, we would always kill this anyways, even without the chip. But the chip is nice to have. Okay, so we kill this Tropius now. With Fly. And with that the fight is deathless, riskless, basically. But it maybe looks easier than it was, actually. Because I actually thought a lot about this Pidgeot. It was basically crit killing a lot of stuff. I could go to Jolteon, stall out Thunder Punch. I thought about a lot of stuff, basically. But yeah, in the end, I think that was pretty decent. We can just go to Murdoch here. And we can just use Drain Punch here. Bosses also have Life Orb, so yeah, Drain Punch we don't have Sludge Bomb here, but we also don't need that. Because we was not using that anyways. Look at this damage, holy. Yeah, Mad Cat. Okay, I need to actually give the frags in the card first of all. So, Camel got the frag on Pidgeot. And I have to give Lumi the frag on Wailord. And now Gyarados got 2 frags basically. On Magmortar and on Tropius. And Gengar got also 2 frags. Adamant Gengar, by the way.